Good afternoon, everyone. Today we discuss the regulation of gene expression and operon concept from fourth chapter, molecular basis of inheritance. Before studying regulation of gene expression, we should know what is gene expression. Gene expression is the process by which information from a gene is used in the synthesis of functional gene products such as RNA and proteins. During protein synthesis, we studied how the coded information of DNA is used for the production of polypeptides. All these genes do not express all the time, and depending on the mode of gene expression, the genes are divided into two types: constitutive genes and regulated genes. Constitutive genes are the genes which express continuously to produce the gene products continuously. The second type, regulated genes. These genes do not express continuously. They express only under certain conditions such as metabolic, physiological, or environmental. Now we see regulation of gene expression. Regulation of gene expression is the multi-step controlling mechanism which promotes or stops the gene expression by switching genes on and off. Gene expression is regulated by metabolic, physiological, or environmental conditions. For example, if E. coli bacteria grow in a medium containing lactose, this lactose makes the bacteria to secrete beta-galactosidase enzyme, which digests lactose into galactose and glucose. In this case, a set of genes are switched on to produce enzyme where this lactose acts as a inducer. Okay, there is a change in the environmental condition, and this lactose which is added in the medium which induces the secretion of enzymes by the E. coli cells. Okay, that's why this lactose is termed as an inducer, and the enzyme which is secreted because of the inducer, that's why this beta galactosidase enzyme is termed as an inducible enzyme. In eukaryotes, gene expression is regulated at different levels. You can see in the diagram, like transcriptional level, that is formation of messenger RNA transcript from DNA. Second is processing level, that is nothing but the splicing, where non-coding sequences or introns are removed from primary transcript. And the third level is during transport of messenger RNA from nucleus to the cytoplasm, and the last one at translation level, that is polypeptide synthesis in the cytoplasm. In eukaryotes, regulation is more complex, but in prokaryotes, the gene regulation is simple as compared to eukaryotes. In prokaryotes, gene expression is regulated at transcription level, that is formation of messenger RNA. Now we study gene regulation in detail with the help of operon concept. Operon concept. Operon is a model of gene regulation which was proposed by Jacob and Monod in 1961. Please remember, operon is not a name of scientist. It is a model of gene regulation. Operon concept is based on studies of metabolism in E. coli bacteria. First, we see what is operon. Operon is a group of genes. These genes function together or work together as a single unit and regulate metabolic pathway. Operon consists of 4 types of genes: structural genes, regulator gene, operator gene, and promoter gene. Let us see lac operon in E. coli to understand operon concept more clearly. In lac operon, lac indicates lactose. Lac operon is a group of genes which regulate digestion of lactose in E. coli. Lactose is a disaccharide sugar, and for digestion of lactose, 3 enzymes are produced in E. coli. Lac operon of E. coli is inducible. When E. coli grow in a medium containing lactose, which induces production of 3 enzymes necessary for digestion of lactose, which are beta-galactosidase, beta-galactoside permease, and transacetylase. Synthesis of these 3 enzymes is controlled by a long segment of DNA known as lac operon. Here in the diagram you can see this is a segment of DNA which is a operon which regulates the secretion of 3 enzymes needed for the digestion of lactose. The lac operon consists of structural genes. Here in this operon you can see the 3 genes are there, Z, Y, A. These 3 genes are structural genes. Then operator gene, you can see operator gene is denoted by I. It is also called as the inhibitor gene. Then the third one is operator gene. Operator gene which is denoted by O. This one is the operator gene. And the last one is promoter gene which is present adjacent to the operator gene and which is denoted by P. In this way, the operon consists of 4 types of genes: structural genes, Z, Y, A. These 3 are the structural genes present in the lac operon. Then this O is a operator gene, P indicates a promoter gene, and I is a regulator gene or a inhibitor gene. Now we study all these genes in detail which are involved in regulation process. First, structural genes. Structural genes carry information required for protein synthesis. Structural genes are transcribed into messenger RNA transcript during transcription, which are further translated into polypeptides, or you can say enzymes. In lac operon, there are 3 types of structural genes which are Z, Y, A for digestion of lactose. First we see Z gene. Z gene codes for beta-galactosidase enzyme which digests lactose into galactose and glucose. Second structural gene is Y gene. Y gene codes for beta-galactoside permease enzyme which increases permeability of the E. coli cell, and as a result, lactose present in the surrounding medium enters into the E. coli cells. Then the third structural gene is A gene. A gene codes for transacetylase. This transacetylase enzyme transfer an acetyl group from acetyl-CoA to galactoside. This enzyme assists the cellular detoxification. That means it protects the cell from building toxic products. In E. coli bacteria, these three genes Z, Y, A are together transcribed into a single messenger RNA, and such messenger RNA which contains more than one gene or cistron called polycistronic. This single polycistronic mRNA translated into three enzymes which are beta galactosidase, beta galactoside permease, and transacetylase. Now the second gene in lac-operon is regulator gene. This I gene is a regulator gene. This regulator gene is also called as inhibitor gene. Regulator gene controls the operator gene in cooperation with an inducer. In case of lac-operon, lactose acts as an inducer. Regulator gene transcribes into a separate, this regulator gene transcribes into a separate messenger RNA which produces a regulatory protein. Here you can see this is a regulatory protein which is also called as a repressor protein. This regulator protein binds with the operator gene. This is O gene is a operator gene. This repressor protein or regulator protein binds with the operator gene and stops or inhibits its action or stops gene expression. So it is also called as a inhibitor gene. The third gene in lac-operon is operator gene. Operator gene controls the expression of structural genes. You can see here ZYA, these three are the structural genes, and this operator gene controls the expression of these structural genes. Operator gene lies adjacent to the structural genes and it is denoted by O. Operator gene turned off when a repressor protein binds with it. Okay, and this operator gene turns on when the inducer, that is lactose, combines with this repressor protein, and when it makes it inactive. That's why the operator gene remains free. At that time, here the gene is switched on or the operator remains free, and it results into the expression of these structural genes into a messenger RNA, further translated into polypeptide. The fourth gene is promoter gene, which is denoted by P. This promoter gene provides a binding site for RNA polymerase, which initiates the transcription process. This promoter gene is present adjacent to the operator gene. When the operator gene is turned on by the action of inducer, the RNA polymerase moves over this operator gene and transcribes the structural gene into messenger RNA transcript. This promoter gene also determines which strand of DNA acts as a template during transcription. Okay, now we see, this is about the lac-operon. Now we see the actual mechanism of gene regulation or working of lac-operon. Here we study working of lac-operon in two different conditions. First is in absence of inducer, that is lactose. If E. coli bacteria do not have a lactose in the surrounding medium as a source of energy, the enzymes which are required for the digestion of lactose are not synthesized in the E. coli cell. Okay, this lac operon, you can see this is a segment of a DNA which is a lac operon and which contains 4 different types of genes. First, structural genes. In lac operon there are 3 structural genes, Z, Y and A. Then the adjacent to structural genes there is another gene which is called as the operator gene. This operator gene controls the expression of structural genes. Then before the operator gene there is a promoter gene. This promoter gene provides a binding site for a RNA polymerase. And the last gene is a regulatory gene. A regulatory gene or an inhibitory gene, this is a constitutive type of a gene. That means it expresses continuously or it is always functional. This regulatory gene continuously transcribed into messenger RNA which further forms a regulatory protein continuously, and that regulatory protein is also called as a repressor protein. Here the regulatory gene controls the action of operator gene. How? Let's see. This repressor protein which is produced by the regulatory gene binds with the operator gene and it stops or represses the action of operator gene, and as a result operator gene blocks the path of promoter gene. So the RNA polymerase which is attached to a promoter gene cannot move over the operator gene, and the structural genes are not transcribed into messenger RNA. Ultimately, the enzymes are not synthesized by the E. coli cell. And this type of expression, gene expression, is called as a negative regulation, where the gene expression is stopped. Okay, or the enzymes are not synthesized, and such type of regulation of gene expression is called as a negative regulation. Okay, now with animation we can see how the regulation of gene expression occurs in absence of inducer lactose. Here you can see the regulatory gene is transcribed to form a repressor protein which binds at the site of operator and which blocks the path of the promoter gene, and the structural genes further not transcribed, so the enzymes are not synthesized. That's why this is called as a negative regulation, where the genes switched off and not expressed to form a or synthesize proteins. Okay, now we see the next condition in presence of lactose or in presence of inducer, how the lac operon works. Regulation of gene expression in presence of inducer lactose. In E. coli, the operon is switched on when the chemical inducer lactose is present in the surrounding medium, which induces the synthesis of these 3 enzymes. Let us see how lac operon works in presence of inducer lactose. A regulator gene, it produces a regulator protein continuously. This, when a few molecules of lactose present in the cytoplasm of E. coli cell acts as a inducer. This inducer or a few molecules of lactose present in the cytoplasm binds with the regulatory protein, making it inactive, and it prevents the binding of the regulator proteins with the operator site. As a result, the operator site remains free. It does not block the pathway of promoter gene. So the RNA polymerase which is present at the promoter gene moves over the operator gene and transcribes these 3 structural genes Z, Y and A into a polycystonic messenger RNA, which further translated to produce 3 enzymes, which are beta galactosidase, beta galactoside permease, and transacetylase, which are needed for the breakdown of lactose. In this way, the lactose acts as an inducer of its own breakdown. And this is called as a positive regulation because the genes are expressed to produce these 3 types of enzymes. But when the inducer level, that means the lactose level, falls, the operator gene again blocked by the repressor protein. So the structural genes are again inactivated and the synthesis of these 3 proteins stop. You must be thinking here, this beta galactoside permease enzyme, which allows the entry of lactose from medium inside the cytoplasm of the cell, is not present in the beginning. It is developed or produced after the gene expression. Then how this inducer lactose is present in the cytoplasm? Actually, a small amount of permease enzyme is present in the cell even when the operon is switched off, which allow the entry of few lactose molecules from surrounding into the cytoplasm of the cell. And these molecules of lactose acts as a inducer which binds with the repressor protein and makes the repressor protein inactive. Now we see this regulation of gene expression in presence of lactose by animation. Here you can see the repressor protein binds with the inducer lactose. As a result, the RNA polymerase move over the promoter site and transcribes the Z, Y and A, these structural genes, further translated to synthesize the 3 enzymes which are needed for the breakdown of lactose. And this is called as a positive regulation where the genes are switched on. Thank you.